once, right? You only live once, right?
So, lately, well, in the last couple of days, I've been having like a Cleopatra coming at you. Ever since my braids, I've been having like a nostalgia moment with them. So, Touch of Love has been my jam. So, gonna talk about my hair, which is very different from what you guys are very much used to, especially coming from me. So I wanted to try something to push the envelope a little bit because I do have a frontal. So I just wanted to do something a little bit different, even though my hair is crooked. We're here. We're here. We can't change what has already happened. We can only improve on our mistakes. Okay? Alright, so my hair is from an Aliexpress vendor called, I believe it's Ilaria hair. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's Ilaria hair. And I am wearing their Peruvian Loose Wave, 4 bundles of 22 with a 18-inch frontal. So I've had this hair for far too long, and I think it's about time I did my good old review for it. So I decided to do my hair a little bit different just because I was planning on wearing these earrings, which I found in my heap of jewelry. I said, okay, I'll just put on these big earrings. Why not? And then this cute, it's a sweater dress from Moschino, and it had all of the Looney Tunes on it. So I decided to put on good. I have them all, but I haven't wore any of them just of yet. So I decided this would be a nice contrast for the background. So back to my hair. When I did it, I went ahead and laid my frontal down, which my frontal video should be up this week, on how I glue gel mine's down. But if you are tired of waiting, Ivy has one up, as well as Fabulosity is Me also has one up. I'll link those below if you're interested. So I went ahead and glued it down, and then I was pulling the top of it because this is the original texture of the actual hair. But I have helped it somewhat. So I just decided to put like a nice loose braid right here in the middle. I'm feeling very like 70s inspired with a little bit of 90s. I don't know. I was just, and then my lashes, I found these. I had these. Decided to do something. New contacts. So, somebody's going to ask. These contacts are from Lens.me. These are the Soliloca. Since I can't remember what color this is, we're going to just put them right here. So that's what color these are. So if you guys are interested, I will definitely put the link to these below as well. So what I did was I went ahead and braided my hair in a very loose braid going back, and then I just bobby pinned the back and then let it fall like the rest of the curl. Now, this is their loose wave. Their loose wave came like this. But after I washed it and I went ahead, I bleached my frontal. After I did that, then the hair got a little bit on the not so super. When I received it, it looked like this. This is what it looked like. So after I went ahead and co-washed and washed and then bleached my frontal, I noticed that my hair was, it wasn't as curly, but I liked what the original texture looked like. So I just went ahead and took my curling iron, which is my Remington one that I love so much. And I believe it's like the 1/4 barrel. And I went ahead and just curled the bottom of this. So that's why, and then put some flexi rods in it. So that's why it's, so springy. And I left the top more of, it's not straight, but it definitely has a bit of a nice little wave to it. So I have more of a natural look. It doesn't look like my hair is too put together, but it still looks together. Yeah. So I love this frontal to death. This is by far my favorite frontal that I've gotten from any company so far. So that is A1 plus because it looks super duper natural. It was easy to bleach. It was easy to lay down. My hair was supposed to have been parted like from here to here. So this section, this section right here, it should have been in my braid, but it ain't. But life happens. Things happen. Oh my God, is that a bobby pin? Why is it down here? Okay, hold on. Oh, this is a clip. So far, I've had this hair for, I believe since like, I want to say March is going on. And a lot of you guys have asked, how long do I keep my hair? whenever I'm contracted to do a review of any sort, I always keep the hair for at least 2 months. So within that 2-month period, the company will receive their review. So that 2 months gives me an opportunity to test it out as much as I would like without being rushed for review. And it gives me time to see if I really like it or I dislike it. Because this was a texture that I was a little bit different, because it is kind of straight here, but then it's more of the wave of it at the bottom is here. I did experience some shedding. It wasn't crazy. I didn't have the nap balls, and as you can see, it's really, you know, it's springy and nice now. But at the time when I first received it, because it was so tight, it wasn't doing this. So what I did was I did what I always do. I took my favorite Tresemme conditioner, put it in some conditioner, let it sit, and then once it sit, it kind of relaxed a little bit, and then once it relaxed, I went back and just barrel curled it, because it still has a curl at the bottom, well, a wave at the bottom. It's just more so not as wavy as I wanted it to be. So I went ahead and did out a little bit and curled the bottoms. Now, as far as the tangling goes, I am not experiencing any of that, and I haven't got any of tangling or matting of any sorts, thank God. It was just the shedding had to kind of subside a little bit, and I did cut the wefts on this, so that could be probably the reason. Maybe if you don't cut your wefts, I just wanted my install to be super flat, and that's what I got. So I did not fold these. I definitely cut these, and I did them like I do all my wigs. If you guys are interested in how I make my wigs, I will link that video below for you as well. Color. When I bleached my frontal, I did accidentally bleach some of the frontal in the front. So I did of course my regular strand test, but I did bleach a little bit of my frontal, which eventually got plucked out because I did go ahead and use my nice pink tweezers, and I plucked, you know, the front of the frontal so it could give me this nice natural look versus having that boxed up look, because this was one of those frontals I remember was not plucked. It was very much Barbie, and in the wrong way. So I remember plucking this, and I plucked quite a bit of hair out of this one. However, it did end up being something that I thought was very great, because it does look very natural here in the front. It doesn't look boxed up or anything like that. So that's the great part about this. Now, as far as keeping my hair to stay like this, what I would have to do, like in a regular day wearing this, what I would have to do is I would have to make sure that my hair is really, really, really conditioned to make sure that it would stay springy within the heat, because the summer is, you know, it's about to be over in the heat, and I make sure that it will not dry out. So my hair is super duper soft. As you can see, it's like a pillow. It's super duper soft. And what I was able to do to keep it this soft was, once I conditioned it and I curled it with absolutely positively nothing in it. So don't put no hairspray in it. Don't put anything as you curl it. Once you finish curling it, then you take a little bit of a really good flex and hold spray. Then you put it in it, and you just kind of let it sit on the hair. Don't take a piece and spray the hair, because then your hair is going to get crunchy, and then it's not going to want to do this when all is said and done. It's not going to want to stay. So as you can see here, this one fell a little bit more versus the rest of this. So this is why this isn't as curly as this, but it doesn't matter, because my hair is not meant to look perfect. It's not meant to look like, you know, it's supposed to look like I just have this nice curly hair that I'm kind of loving, you know. Well, as far as my frontal goes, my frontal I love. So it goes from ear to ear. I glued it down somewhat on this side, but not all the way, just because I knew you wouldn't be able to see it. But it actually is down on this side. My sideburns need to be cut because they're definitely growing back. It's really, really nice. The only downside of this that I would give is the shedding, and it, of course, eventually stopped. And again, it could have definitely been because of me cutting my wefts, but I just cannot not do that if I want a really flat install. I don't care what nobody says. I've seen other people do it, and it just doesn't look right with me without me cutting them, because I need it to lay flat. Plus, I singled the back. So again, I have 4 bundles, so I was able to fit all 4 bundles. I probably have that much hair left, and I didn't need it. You know, I still wanted it to be flat. I put most of the hair in the back. So, and then because this hair is not super duper flat, it also gives me an opportunity for the hair to kind of be as wild, but be as full as I would like it without looking like it's crowded. So I'm going to give y'all a A- only because of the shedding issue. Would I put color? Because I know somebody's going to ask, would I put color on this hair? No. Only because I would hate to take out the pattern, but I just feel like because of the curl pattern at the bottom, this hair says virgin Peruvian, but I don't think that this hair, I always tell you guys, I don't think that the hair is virgin. It says that it's virgin, but no virgin hair is this inconsistent when it comes down to hair. When you see a person who has really curly hair, the hair is either curly from the root down if it's virgin. Now, if they done put some color in it, they done flat iron their curl pattern out, then it could be 7 different versions. So if it's kind of looser here and then here, because it looks like what happened is I had straight hair and then I curled it, which kind of happened, but trust me, the loose wave is pretty loose, but it eventually falls. When you first get it, your hair probably gonna look something like this. And then once you wash it, it's gonna eventually start to fall, and then you're gonna have to get Miss Curlers out. But we'll give them the A- only because I don't know if the shedding was my issue or if it was their issue, but I'm just going to say it was their issue only because I have had hair that I've done that with and I haven't experienced that. If you guys are interested in Ilaria's hair, make sure you guys hit the links below. Shout out to the company for being very patient with me. I wanted to make sure that I could give you guys, because usually when I start giving people A's, I want to make sure it's really an A and it's not an F. So they're fine. I am wearing the Peruvian Loose Wave, and I'm wearing 4 bundles of 22-inch, and I am wearing a 18-inch frontal. So, hit the links below, and I will catch y'all in my next one. Oh, see you later. Peace.